Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see everybody. Good to see you here. We are on lesson 6. All right. We're going to talk about retargeting today. This is the idea here is on the viral marketing plan. You want to stay in touch with your database. So you're sending out emails, which is pretty much what you kind of covered so far. And you're posting organically on social media. But hey, if we could take your whole database and upload it to Facebook, and Facebook will gladly take your money to boost your posts to put in front of them, why not look into it? And the reality is that with only a few dollars a day and probably ad spend, let's call it $30 to $60 a month for most of you, you can probably boost your videos to be on their feeds, 4 to 6 times a month. That's called the frequency, 1 to 2 times a week, which would be great. So we're going to walk you through as a client today, and we're going to talk today, guys, about retargeting, which is essentially how do we get our videos and our message in front of all the people in our database on social media? How do we follow around everyone that has, been on our website? How do we follow around everyone that has clicked the, interacted with one of our ads? I'm going to walk you through all that today. Sound good? So with that, let's do a recap, shall we? All right, Lauren. Zach, lesson 1. Do you have a plan to build your database? Any questions on that?
Yes and
No,
no.
I don't think so.
Have
You
a
have a
plan,
question?
no questions.
Okay. Do you have a plan to make sure that when you talk to those people, you add them to your database so I can market to them? In addition to that, are you confident with the value proposition and the messaging on your seller websites that we built for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
We went through that, right? Markup.io, pretty cool. All right. Do you have a plan to send out 2 helpful videos a month to your database where you articulate your competence to a seller or a buyer?
Yep.
Yes.
Do you have a plan, meeting 4, every month to send out a reason for someone to opt in to generate a lead, a monthly lead reactivation campaign? The one for this month, by the way, is to download your free home selling guide. I wrote that for you. But are we clear that every month I want to go out with a message to your list to spike response, and are you at least know what that's going to be for this month?
Mhm.
Yep.
Any questions on any of that? All right. Then last week for meeting number 5, we discussed to execute the viral plan, the top contacts in your database, your most important ones, your real good seller lead nurturers, buyer lead nurturers, past clients in Sphere. Do we have any questions on getting them a piece of mail every month? And on the viral system, it's going to be a postcard because we don't trust digital. Any questions on that, Lauren? Zach?
Mm-mm.
No.
Good. You guys get my postcard I send you? You guys get the viral marketing ones?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you kind of see what the experience is like. All right. Cool. So now that we have all that in place, okay, well, how else can we get the database to see you and consume you and spend time with you? Well, it's going to be retargeting. Setting up some retargeting ads. All right. So I'm going to walk you through step by step. We're going to double check everything for you today to make sure everything's set up and it's running well. Fair enough?
Fair
All
enough.
right. Step 1. You need to make sure that you have a Facebook page and you have an ad account. Lauren, for Sean, you have one.
Mhm.
This is my Facebook Business Manager. I'm going to pull it up here on the screen. Hang on. Here it is. Boom. Let me make this a little smaller. How's that? Okay. So I have access to the Sean Martin Group Facebook page. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, ad account. So I have access to your ad account. And I
Yep.
also have access to your page. Okay.
Yep.
If anyone's watching this, you need to go set up. It's very easy. You set up a Facebook ad account, make sure you have your page, and then viral marketing will request access to it. You need to give us access. That's like step 1, so I can delegate it out. Zach, you have your page.
Mhm.
I would assume through the build process, we have access to that.
You
And
do.
and you also have an ad account that you set up with your credit card, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. That gives me access. All right.
Cool.
Now, before I go into your account, Lauren, I'm going to take you through mine because I have a little more data in there. I'm going to spend a little more money. I'm going to show you how these should be set up. And one of the things that we'd like you guys to do, can you guys go log into your ad accounts and follow along right now? And if anyone
Mhm.
who's watching this, go log into your Facebook ad account. Go figure out how to get in and log in and see it. Right. And when you log in, it should look something like this. And let's just kind of go over how to analyze this so it makes sense. Let me pull mine up. Marketing. Here it is. Okay. So pull up your ad accounts. Does it look something like this when you pull it up on your screen?
Yes.
Zach, pull yours up. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's walk
I'm pulling
through
mine up.
this. Yep. Let's walk through this and talk
Right.
about what all of this means. Okay. So you're going to have a campaign, maybe called educational videos or called viral marketing. So the campaign name is the campaign name. All right. And inside, actually, hang on. You're going to have a campaign called retargeting or viral marketing. Let's just call it retargeting, whatever. Okay. That's the campaign. So it's going to be called. You guys see is there a campaign for retargeting yours, Zach?
Hold on. I'm still trying to find mine. Pull it up.
Okay. Lauren, is there one in yours? I think there is.
Yes, there is.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Great. Awesome. Now, here's what you need to know. I want you to take the last 30 days. So we're looking over a 30-day time frame. All right. And let's go through what these numbers mean. So I've spent $532 over 30 days. Basically, I think I'm in $20 a day for my size of my audience. All right. And I've reached 6,000 people in my warm retargeting audiences, which we'll go through about 4 times. So they're seeing me every week. So 6,000 people are seeing me weekly. Perfect. That's exactly where I want to be. I want to keep that frequency 4 to 6 right in there is about perfect. 1 to 2 times a week. If I wanted to show up like every day, I would just jack this up to like $100 a day. Okay. And my frequency would go way up, but then people just get sick of your ad. There's no point in that. Got it? So the frequency is about 4. And you can see I got 693 clicks. Not bad. At a cost of 77 cents per click. So I'm happy. I'll take these results. What I mean by that is you're looking for a cost per click of under $1. It's probably par. Okay. You're looking for a frequency of at least 4, no higher than 8. 6 is great. This is probably on the lower end, right? And people are seeing you. Sound good? Now, I want you to pay attention here is that I'm not tracking how many leads I generated. You're not going to generate much leads with retargeting. Just kind of give up on that. It's about people consuming you and spending time with you and building brand name recognition. So when you do call, they know who you are and they talk to you. Fair enough. So I'm going to be very clear what I'm buying for this $500. I'm buying the fact that when an appointment setter calls you or I call you and say, hey, Frank with Vyral Marketing asked you to call me. They go, oh, yeah, I know Frank. I like him. Got it? Like I'm buying those positive vibes to my list. That's what you're purchasing. You're not purchasing leads. I mean, you can. There's companies that will do that, but that's not our philosophy here at Vyral with the minimal retargeting that we do. Okay.
Just brand awareness.
100%. Yep. And specifically, I kind of gave you a little bit more about what you're buying for that brand awareness. Okay. So in there, I'll go to this here in a little bit. So don't worry about the actual audiences, but you have an ad running. So Zach, have you been able to get into your ad account yet?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Do you have a campaign set up?
I do an old one. Yeah.
One that we did or you did?
One that I did.
Okay. Well, I want you to call your coach and say, turn on my retargeting ads today. So email your coach, be like, let's go. We're doing retargeting. Turn them on.
Let's do it.
All right. Just start with $1 a day. Okay. $30 a month. So let me show you a video. So here's one video that I've run over the past 30 days. As you can see here, I can see all the information, but I'm not worried about the individual video. But let me just show you an example of what one of my ads looked like. I have a YouTube description. This is the YouTube description. I have the full video here.
Hi there, it's Frank Pleasants, and in this
That's
video,
me.
I wanted to
Right? And you can spend 9 minutes with me and get to know me. And I teach you how to create a video for your database. That's it. And I had 600 people click through to watch this and spend time with yours truly. I'll take it. They know who I am, right? So that's kind of how we do viral retargeting ads here is we take your videos, boost them, advertise them to retarget your list so people watch them and consume them. Sound good? So let me kind of show you again how these should look. If I were to go into share, this is kind of cool. I'll take this share link. I'm going to put this in the chat for everyone actually. So this is going to go to everyone. I want you guys to click that. Click that link. And does that let you preview like what the ad looks like on social media when you click that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. More specifically, let me see if I can actually take a look at this in the feed itself. Just again, so you can see the style of the ad of the way we do it here at Vyral. Now, you can buy any Facebook course and listen to any guru out here, but this is our answer when you're a client here, how I want to run it with our philosophies. It's not letting me do it. Gotta go to expand. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's how it shows up on the feed. Great, right? And if you click that, it drives back to the blog post where you can read it and see it back on the trap that we built, right? Your seller website. We drive it back to the blog post. All right. Again, very clear here. We want to get them to spend time with you. That is the purpose. All right. So with that, that's your video. So you got a video running on your ad account. Lauren, what are your metrics? So go in there now. Tell us. Look over the past 30 days. What do you got?
So we actually just started running it as of yesterday.
Okay. So it's gonna be low numbers, but it's running.
Yep. So it's had 3 clicks. It's reached 56 people, 94 impressions, and our current cost per result is 54 cents.
And you're spending what?
Like $30 is what we have it
over the course of 2 weeks or a month?
A month.
Okay, so you're $1 a day. Great. Let's just start. I mean, you can't get it cheaper than that, right? So let's start there and we'll work our way up with what you want to spend. All right. Now, let's make sure now that we're reaching the best audiences possible. So we understand how the campaign's set up. We understand maybe how to look at the numbers and the metrics. We understand what the ad should look like. Pretty straightforward. Okay. Now let's make sure that we have your audiences set up. And Lauren, I want you to double check this. And Zach, inside your account, let's double check this as well. All right.
Okay.
So what I want you to do here is on the left-hand side, you're going to see audiences. That's just like a list. It's a fancy way of saying list. Okay. I want you to click that. Got it? Click audiences there on the left. All right. And then on the upper, when you do that on the upper left, you see where it says create audience?
Yes.
I want you to click custom audience. Sorry, there we go. Click custom audience. So these are all the audiences that we can set up inside your account for good retargeting. This is where it gets kind of exciting, right? It's like, okay, now I kind of get it. So first is website. This is where you put the metapixel on your blog with us or all the other websites that you have, and we can follow people around forever. Great, right? The other one is, okay, let's take all of the email addresses and phone numbers and addresses that you have inside your Emma account or your database, and let's upload that to Facebook. And if any of that information matches someone's profile, we can put ads on their newsfeed. Pretty cool. So we certainly probably want to create a website retargeting audience, and we want to create a customer list audience. Instagram. Let's take a look at this. Create an audience of anyone that's ever interacted with you on Instagram ever. They liked it, shared it, commented, posted, follow them around everywhere with ads. How about that? And the same thing here with your Facebook page. If they've commented, shared, liked, swiped, whatever on Facebook, we can follow them around everywhere. So I want you to look at your audiences. Lauren, do you have a website retargeting audience set up? Do you have a customer database audience set up? Instagram and Facebook page audience?
So we have an Instagram audience, a Facebook page audience, the website audience, but it says Pixel not installed, but we just went over that. So I think that it might be
that's
like I met with.
We talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go a little deeper in that for this training just to give some perspective. I think that's relevant to today's training. And then we should also have customer list. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a little nuance here. If you go to Zapier, you can link Emma to this customer list.
Okay.
So whenever, or your CRM. So instead of having like going and re-uploading a new spreadsheet every time, you can actually set up a real-time sync between Zapier and either Emma or your CRM. You can pick your one, doesn't matter. Okay. Where whenever the contact is updated or added inside those systems, it automatically pushes to the customer retargeting list. Is that great?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's nice is like if you slow down and we set these things up, like you never have to deal with it ever again. Like it's one campaign in your account. Like think about this. It's one campaign in your account. Here are the audiences. This automatically updates, right? Is the pixel. This automatically syncs from Zapier and these automatically update. Why would any business owner not want to be in front of those audiences? Why would anyone trying to sell anything not want to be in front of those audiences all the time? I mean, it just makes sense, doesn't it? So let's just make sure we have these set up. So Zach, same thing with you. Do you have Instagram account audience, Facebook page audience, customer database, and website audience? There should be 4 audiences in your account.
Hmm.
Do you have them?
I'm not sure, but
Oh, you're not
they're
in yet.
here for me to select. Yeah, I can select them.
Okay, you can select them. So they're set up. So
Oh,
look,
okay. Yeah.
okay, good.
I can only do one at a time, it looks like.
Well, I just want to make sure they're in your account. That's
I
very
got you.
important.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Mhm.
So again, if you want to create a customer list, you would just kind of upload the spreadsheet like anything else and it would create it. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to create a website list, this is where you would grab your pixel. This is the pixel you would grab, and you have to go into like your settings to make sure the pixel ID is right. So one of the things you might want to do, Lauren, is like go into what's called the events manager inside Facebook and find what your
Mhm.
pixel ID is. And then you would use the meta pixel tool, this little thing up here, right?
Yeah.
Figure out, okay, well, these last 4 digits here on the website, does that match the last 4 digits of the pixel in my account? Because a lot of times we talked about like you get all these vendors on board and they install like 5 or 6 different pixels and it's not the right one in the right account that it's actually syncing to. That's where sometimes you have your problems. Okay.
Okay.
So I won't go into too much detail with all of this, but I just want you to understand. The goal of these trainings is not to teach you how to do this. It's not to double check everything so you can have a quality conversation with your contact and Vyral to really get this stuff right where they have more expertise in this stuff. Got it? Okay, cool. So those are the 4 audiences. All right. So let's go ahead and take in Lauren. Is it okay if I go into your account?
Sure.
All up here on the screen? Okay. So I showed you mine, how mine works. Let's take a look at yours that we just got set up. So Sean. Why is it not showing up? I just had it. Hang on. Sean. There it is. Got it. Okay. And here we go. Okay. So here we go. So now I'm in Sean Martin's, Lauren's Facebook account. And you're right. We just set this up. So here's the campaign. Now let's go into the ad sets. We have a little setup error, but we'll check this out. So let's go ahead and take a look at your audiences. Okay.
Okay.
So this is fine. Lifetime budget for $30, ending March 6th. Great, because it's for 1 month. Fantastic. Good. Audiences. Here we go. Oh, we have to accept the audience terms. I had no idea. Well, there you go. I accepted them for you.
Beautiful.
You agreed to them, whatever they are. All right.
Yep.
And this is wonderful. We have your website retargeting set up, Facebook page set up, Instagram set up, and we uploaded all the contacts from your Emma. Dude, look at that.
Yep.
You're rocking and rolling. Okay. Now I will ask you this. Right now it's set up to retarget anywhere around the country, which is fine. But I don't think that's really necessary. It's up to you. We could probably geofence that. This is a judgment call given the situation of your business. I'd probably recommend geofencing it because you're only looking for people locally and it's probably more seller focused.
Yeah.
Give me what's the city you're in? Zip code.
It is 21146.
Give me the city.
It's Severna Park.
Okay, so I'm going to type in spell it for me.
SEVERNA space PARK.
Right there. Boom. There it is. So let's go a little wider. I'll go 50 miles. That's better than the whole USA. So
Yep.
That's the area. We're good to go. Let's go real wide. We don't have to go too. We don't have to go too small. But let's not do like the whole country. Okay. So I'm just going to make a judgment call and put that in there. All right. And you can't change any of this. Just so you know, when you set up these ads, we have to choose what's called a special ad category for housing because you can discriminate really easily with these selects and they don't let you change it. So if it's every single client at Vyral, at least it's in real estate, And even recruiting too, we always choose special ad category to remove the discrimination factor. So you see that stuff here. Okay. Looking good. Okay, so we do manual placements. Let's say take a look at your placements here. I'm happy with all that. Happy with that. So this is where like you can run the ads on everything. I don't really like that. I like only choosing where the ads are going to work best for a video. So I think we choose where they're going to show. So you're going to be on the Facebook feed, Instagram feed, Facebook video feed, right column. Perfect. And if we had a short, so let's say if we were to go into your video and we grabbed a clip, Lauren, for whatever reason, this time we didn't. Maybe there wasn't a clip to pull. We would take the clip and we would put it on the stories. Sound good? But
Just the stories or all of those other ones?
All of these inventories. So this is all the inventory you can run this stuff on. So you can run it in messages. So like, let's say you run Facebook ads. It's not just like the Facebook news feed. Like they'll put it on apps and sites. They'll put it in like the Messenger inbox. They'll put it in the Facebook search results. They'll like insert it as an ad when someone's watching a video. I don't like that. I just don't think it's worth the exposure that way on the platforms. I think your videos work best when they're on the actual feed, actual Instagram feed, right? Like these places. I think we can all agree with that. And I only like using the story and reel inventory if I actually have like a vertical video where it looks good. All right. So usually what we do is when you record your 3 to 5 minute video, we pull a clip for a YouTube short. We can use that here, but for some reason they didn't do it. But I defer to their judgment of why. Okay, so you're all set up here. You have all your audiences. You're good. You're retargeting. Great. And I'll go and I'll double check your audiences here in a second. So I'm going to go into those audiences to even double check them further here in a minute to make sure they were actually added correctly. But this is all good. I'm super happy with this. All right. And I go here. Here's your video. Let's take a look. Cool. Looks good. There you go. Spend time with Sean, right? There's your ad. Okay. Super happy with that. Sounds good to me. Yeah, this is all fine. And then you can sit here and choose like, what's the thumbnail? There's like little nuances, optimization. I mean, the reality is we just let Facebook's AI figure everything out. Look, this is going to get to a point like you just give Facebook a link and you're not going to go in here and select anything, and their computers are going to figure out how to create the ads and who to serve it to. And as I've used Facebook over the years, it's like moving more and more and more that direction where they're taking like more and more control away from the humans and just giving it to the computers to figure out what to do with it once you have the content. All right. So good. Happy with your ad?
Are you considering homeownership, but you're unsure about the price? Should historical trend see appreciate? Slam dunk.
Beautiful. I'll go ahead and share this for everyone. I'm going to grab your share link. This is kind of like the preview link of the ad. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat for everyone if they actually want to see what the ads look like. Okay.
Beautiful.
There you go. Now let's go through and let's just double check your audiences. Let's make sure they're all set up right. Like the whole point here is to audit your stuff, right? These 8 weeks are to audit your things and just really make sure everything is optimized fully. So what I'm going to do here is, your ad's running. I'm happy with that. And like I said, the only thing there is like we can spend more money if we want to. All right. But I'm going to go over here to your audiences. I think that will do it. Let me find out. Yep, that's it. Sorry. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's audit your lists. Let's make sure they were built right. Okay. So I'm going to go to your website visitor. This is your retargeting pixel. And we're retargeting everyone over 180 days, which is the max amount of time I think it lets you do it now. Okay. So that's perfect. But we need to make sure it's actually installed on your website, right? The correct one. So usually, do they give me the website pixel code here?
Yes, I can forward it to you because I just sent it to myself for instructions.
Well, you can go into the events manager and get it, but you have it, right?
Yes.
Please go use the pixel helper and make sure that pixel is installed on all the websites you want to retarget, and that's the number on the pixel.
Okay.
Double check that. Okay, let's take a look at your database. So it looks like we uploaded your active contacts from Emma. And from all those active contacts, it matched 1,300 to 1,500. Pretty cool. So 13 to 1500 of the emails that we uploaded here actually matched an email in a Facebook user profile.
Awesome.
Cool. Great. Right?
Yeah.
So there we go. Now, what I would take a look at is why don't you look into Zapier, okay?
Yeah.
And link this audience. It'll ask you this audience. Well, actually, let's just rename this. You could probably do a little better job renaming this, right? Let's call it your my Emma email list, right? This is an upload of all the contacts in our Emma account, right? Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, so website visitors, the My Emma email list, or let's sync that to Emma so it's in real time, or sync it to your CRM. All right, good. Let's take a look at your Instagram audience. Okay, this is great. Everyone that has interacted with the Sean Martin group in the past 365 days. So if anyone interacts with you on Instagram, they're going to see your ads. All right. Let's take a look at your Facebook.
Now, do you know if there's a way to add like personal Instagram accounts to this audience where it's because I know that like Sean's personal Instagram has much higher ratios. Okay. We've been talking about that about trying to switch it through.
We can find out right now. Custom audience, Instagram account. See, it's loading. I don't know. That's a good question. How would I figure that out? Well, I would go into my business manager. Okay. I would go to Instagram. I would click add. I would click, do I want to connect? Is that what I want to do? Oh, that's right. All the time. Sean. So this is the one that we have access to. See that? But you have, there's a diff. What's the handle of the personal?
Smart Move MD.
This is new. Okay, so I would log in and see if I can link it that way. Why don't you work with us?
Okay.
And make a note. Can you give Vyral Marketing access? Can we request access to that Instagram? And then once we have access, we can set up a retargeting audience. We can do it.
Okay.
You might be able to do it yourself because you have direct access to it because I'm doing it through the ad manager. But see if that's possible. I don't know.
Okay.
Good question. All right. So there's that audience. Great. Facebook page audience. Everyone that's been to the Sean Martin group of Keller Williams flagship in Maryland the past 365 days. Great. Retarget them. Okay. Where am I at? Let's go back to my audience. Is this kind of helpful? Helping you at least spending some time, 45 minutes of me understanding this. And it looks like we have another website audience here. Oh, Pixel not installed.
Yeah, that was the one that was the second one. But I met with Aaron last Friday, so I think that there's just a duplicate on there because I know that
you can probably I would just delete that one.
Okay.
I would just delete it. Sound good? And that's probably the right one, and just double check it. So there's the four main audiences that you want to be in front of. Police them, make sure they're set up correctly. And now here's the beauty of this. Okay, this is what's so nice about this is that once this is all set up, let me tell you how easy this is to go. Hey, let's get a message out to our database. All right, well, let's send an email. Great. Let's go post on social media organically. Great. Hey, let's go run an ad. You log in. You click the campaign. Nothing changes. You click the ad set, which is the audiences. Nothing changes, right? It's the same four audiences. Nothing changes. And all you got to do is click, maybe turn off the old one and click create a brand new one, right? New ad, whatever it is. Then you can go through here, and this is where you can actually create the ad, adding the video in, the primary text, the headline, the description, everything you need. Click publish, done. And that's what we're going to do for you at Vyral. Is when you have these running, is every time you publish a video, we're going to go in there and set up the ad. Turn off the old one, turn on the new one. Turn off the old one, turn on the new one. Turn off the old one, turn on the new one. And what you'll find is, let me pull up my account, all right? Maybe over time, what your campaign looks like. Let me show you here. So as you can see here, I have retargeting. I have my educational videos, my warm audiences. But then you can see, I would turn off one, turn on the other one, turn off one, turn on the other one, right? Over time, if I look at lifetime, here's kind of like all the different ads that I've run over time, turning one off, turning one on, because people get tired. of seeing the same ad over a period of time. And you'll have arguably over a year, all 24 videos that you made that were running for maybe 2 weeks, right? Of one on, one off, and throughout all your targeting ads. That's it.
Cool.
That's your targeting. So, I don't need to take much more of your time, but, let me go ahead and open up the chat for anybody watching. So if there are customers that are watching this or anyone has any questions, let's make sure that everyone can chat. So yeah, everyone can chat. Attendees can chat with everyone. Feel free to ask in the chat. Let's talk Facebook. What do you guys want to know? Do you guys have any questions about how to properly run retargeting? Because I know this is like a hot topic. I do think people overcomplicate this. No, who overcomplicates this are ad agencies. Because ad agencies are trying to sell you on this big complex campaign, so you pay them a lot of management money. The reality is that it's actually really simple, and you should probably use the management money on the actual ad spend itself, right? Because I will tell you, I can't even begin to tell you, how many ad accounts I've been into, and there's 10 different campaigns, and they're all retargeting and all this other stuff, and someone's paying like $1,000 a month, some agency or whatever. And I'm like, okay, what if we just fire the agency, create one campaign, let Facebook do the work, and put an extra $1,000 of money into it, right? Which one's going to perform better? Usually the latter. All right. The other thing I want to share, I think I alluded to this before, is you're going to see a lot of gurus telling you, oh, post to Facebook every day, post to social media every single day. I mean, yeah, it sounds good in theory, but it's exhausting to have to create content all the time to post organically. Got it? I don't think that's good business advice. Rather, the philosophy of the line we draw at Vyral is you're better off creating a fewer pieces of content, say your 2 videos a month, and then advertising them to get the reach and the frequency. Do you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Instead of having to manually post every day something new for your frequency, just create 2 pieces and then advertise them to get the frequency up. You know what I'm saying? That's so much easier, more scalable. And I will tell you, dude, I'll look at people spending all this money and time on posting organically, and I go into the organic results. Facebook isn't going to give you much reach when you don't give them money. Come on. You're not going to see a lot of people. Not a lot of people are going to see your organic posts. But when you give Facebook money, more people see it. Okay. But even with all this being said, I have my last, tangent here. I think all this is a load of crap. Okay. Because I don't know who's seeing it. Are we clear on this? I want to be really clear. Yeah, people are clicking the links and people are seeing it. Well, Facebook's reporting on their own information. I don't think it's third-party validated, audited financials, okay, or reports. So I keep that in mind. But also, I don't know the who. When I do direct mail, I know the who. When I do email, and especially if they click it, I know the who. If I call them, I know the who. Facebook ads, I don't know. They could all be bots. Fair enough. I don't know who the who is. So it's something to keep in mind to have accurate thinking of, the pros and cons of different media when you're doing advertising. I'm just not a big fan of Facebook retargeting. I would rather if you had to choose where your money goes, I'd rather you spend the money on the postcards than on the retargeting ads. You're like, what? I thought I got to be on social media all the time. No, not if you want to make money. You need to be in front of real prospects that have real needs that are actually going to pay you. You follow me on that line of thinking?
Yeah.
That's all. All right. Okay, Chris, question. Should we be loading everyone in our town, all expireds or FSBOs? Yes, you're welcome to do that. So let's talk about, oh, wow, Frank, this is kind of cool. How can I take this retargeting further? How can I add more audiences in? Follow me? Well, have fun. Go down the rabbit hole. So the first thing you can do is, could you go grab all the contact information of all the expireds and FSBOs and create a custom audience? Yes. Could you go, append phone numbers and emails to every single homeowner in the entire city and upload it? Yes. Could your mortgage person share their retargeting pixel under their account, and can you retarget all of their visitors? Yes. You know, can you take this much further? Yes. The answer to all of that is yes. But I don't like it for the reasons I said before. I don't know who's seeing it. All right. So yes, you're welcome to go in your ad account and add more, but then you'll have to spend more money to get the reach up because you have a larger audience. Okay. Shane, is there any way to reduce the cost per click less than 25 cents for more exposure and less cost? Is it possible making some type of adjustments to the campaign? Not with retargeting audiences. Retargeting audiences are generally very narrow, and you're going to pay a little bit more per click. When you go really wide and you have a huge audience, you can probably get the cost per click down significantly. The number one thing you can do to get your cost per click down is making an interesting ad and serving it to an audience that's actually interested. The lowest cost per click, I'll show this to you. I have permission to show it to you. Let me show you the lowest cost per click ad that I've run for a real estate agent. Would you guys like to see it?
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. So it's a client of mine, Spring, and I kind of work with her on the side. She does well, and she gave me $100 a day on Facebook. She's like, let's do $3,000 a month on Facebook. I'm like, okay, well, okay, sounds good. So what we did was, I'll just show you the results over the past 30 days. There it is. Okay. So I'll show you the ad here in a second, okay? But we spent 17 cents per click. Do you see that? 17 cents. Reached 78,000 real estate agents. About what? Twice? So the past 38 days, arguably, bold, italics, underline, arguably 78,000 real estate agents. But as far as I'm concerned, they're all bots. I don't know. No one tells me. Okay. Saw the ad arguably per Facebook's reporting. Okay. About 2 times. That's called impressions. And arguably, I have no way to verify. Maybe they clicked it 4,800 times. Don't know. Got it? At a cost of 17 cents per click. So what's the ad? Again, it's just a video. There it is. That was a very relevant title to an audience of real estate agents. Zach, would you click something like that if it popped up on your feed?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. It's good copy. It's exactly what people need to hear. Now, I will tell you this. This is very interesting. Usually you would think, oh, we should upload a short. We should do like a quick 15-second, 30-second video. Not really. I put the whole webinar on there.
All about how
long is this video?
Damn, you did 42 minutes.
42 minutes. 42 minutes. And what's interesting is with all the screen sharing, people are probably clicking through and being like, oh, wow, there's like something here. I can really learn something because they're kind of seeing the B-roll, right?
Mm.
And they're clicking and they're engaging. So it's interesting. You hear it's all short reels. Is it? Is it? Not with the stats per Facebook's reporting. And what people want is they want to spend time with you and they want to be educated and they want to know what the information is. And that video was interesting. And think about it this way. This video was shot. This is a Zoom meeting. This isn't fancy production. I think we showed up last minute and shot this. Like there was like no effort put into this. Got it? This is a Zoom meeting. Okay. And we put the money into the ads. I challenge you to lower the money you spend on the production because you have limited resources by using your phone, using your webcam, like I taught you in the course, and putting the resources into the media to get it out. I would much rather, instead of putting, half of the money into the production, I'd rather use little money on the production and spend it on the ad spend. Questions on this? These are just things I think about when someone gives me like $100 a day of their money to shepherd, to invest. Lauren, what are your thoughts on everything we're covering so far? Any insights or anything you want to share? Any questions? You're muted.
Okay, I'm back. I was gonna say no, actually it's super helpful, and noting that you had mentioned like working with you guys. Like I said, I set up a call with Aaron on Friday last week, and we went and walked through all of this to the point that we even got into like confirming that our emails from our email domain was not going to spam and things like that. So like there's
nice.
A world of information that we are very much unaware of, and it's nice to have
detail.
This exactly the support of being like, hey, well, we can check here.
Let me show you this. So look, so let's say, hey, let's post like a little reel, or let's post a full 43-minute webinar replay. Which one would perform? So here's what the ad's competing against. So you see I'm running 2 at the same time. So here's the other ad. This is like a video to invite people to her event. Got it? So it's kind of more of a sales video, right? Like buy a ticket. Okay. Do something, spend money, whatever. That's fine. But it's just a video here of just kind of like a, what is it, 1-minute video shot from an iPhone. But look, when that ad goes up against this, the market wants this. They don't want that. So give the market what it wants. Educational, interesting, helpful content. So they spend time with you. You can articulate your competence and your expertise, that you're the trusted guide. So they pay you more money and you attract better clients and you stay a client with us because you're making money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Other questions. So Shane, hopefully that kind of answers your question. I guess my answer to you is, you probably you're gonna have to reach more people. So it's not such a narrow audience. In this question, long form video that's interesting with maybe some screen share that really teaches and educates and solves a problem of your target audience from a business standpoint. I think that would be the case. Any other questions in the chat if you're watching or you have anything else you want to know? We'll talk about it. But as those are coming in, Lauren or Zach, any more questions about retargeting or thoughts to end this? And we know what to do. We can move on with the next pillar of the Vyral system.
No, it's all great stuff, Frank.
Cool. That's all I got. I'm done. I won't waste any more of your time. Okay.
Awesome, man.
Next week. Let's preview next week. You guys like the backdrop of this lime in my hotel room? Don't ask where I'm staying. You don't want to know.
Now I want to know.
Yeah, I know. It's the $78 a night is the place I ended up at tonight.
Awesome.
Let's go to classes. Where are we at? Next week we're going to talk about next week. It's time to prospect. You're now going to have a list of all the people watching your videos. You're going to have a list of all the people that are opted into your forums. You're going to have everybody in your database or get your postcards. We now need to call them. We need appointment setting on those people to make things happen. And I'm going to walk you through how to make that appointment setting, whether it's you do it yourself or you hire someone to do it. We're going to talk about now that all these people are seeing you and they're spending time with you. We now to reach out to them and ask for an appointment. Fair enough?
Yeah.
And whether it's you do it or someone else, but we lay down the covering fire. Now it's time to go on in. That's what we're going to talk about next week.
Sweet.
All right, guys. I'll let you go.
Thanks, Frank.
Take care.
Thank you.
Later.